listening to LCR. LCR.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year and welcome back to Tea Time Talk. As usual, I am your host of the radio show. If you don't know my name is Fritz. Let me give you a little bit of a background about Tea Time Talk. So what we are a radio show where we spend the first half discussing what's happened in the week, the news of the week, and relevant things and issues. And then in the second half, it's more of a chill section where we just hang out with the pals and talk about whatever interests us in regards to what's happened. So, again, welcome back. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year. We are now in 2018, which means, that everyone who was born in the year 2000 is officially an adult now. But welcome to 2018. We hope you started off with a bang. Not a metaphorical bang, not a real bang. But let me welcome my guests. So we have with us Nezar.
Hi, Fritz. Thanks for having me on.
Hello, Nezar. Welcome. We have Reuben.
Hello.
Reuben's back as well. And we have our boy Matt Pat.
Yeah, back again.
Matt is back. Matt is never leaving us again. Because we will hold on to him for now.
We'll never leave.
They won't let me go.
Inshallah.
Anyway, so welcome to the show. Let us begin with the first half. So, gentlemen, what has happened? Actually, since we just come back from holiday, what's happened over the last couple of 2-3 weeks that is important? Does anyone want to bring it up, or should I go ahead?
No, you go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, are we talking about ourselves or
No, that's
news?
in news-wise.
Okay.
News.
Yeah, you guys then.
All right. So obviously, one of the bigger things in the second half, during the holiday for me, has been something regarding YouTube again. But this time, this is not just a YouTube thing. This is actually a whole worldwide, almost affecting thing. It's surrounding Logan Paul, everyone's favorite. I don't even know how to describe. Yeah, we'll take that.
Vine star.
There you go.
Exactly. There we go. He's back in the news again because he's caused controversy, and to say the least, by going to a forest in Japan that is well known for having for people committing suicide in the forest, wearing a stupid, I believe it Monsters Inc. hat, and Toy Story,
Yeah.
and then finding a dead body and proceeding to record the dead body, only blurring out the man's face while cracking jokes near the dead body. And this has been met with an immense backlash by the general of YouTube. However, Jake Paul seems to be going up in subscribers. His fans are staying by his side, saying that he is just savage and a maverick.
You mean Logan?
Yep. And again, YouTube has given a response, as we expect from YouTube. It isn't the response that is required, but now everyone else who's on YouTube is afraid of what is potentially going to happen because of Logan Paul. Now I want to ask you, gentlemen, what is your opinion on this?
Oh, I hope nobody says anything positive about it.
There is nothing positive to be said.
The only thing that I can point out is, I don't know if it was the first time he saw a corpse, but that was a pretty, not as horrifying as a reaction as I thought somebody would give. Maybe it's because it's not the first time he's seen a dead body before.
I think they found the body, then they'd recorded it. He fake acted like he was shocked by it.
You're right about that. Well, it's not. Yeah, not even was he just shocked by it. He then started
laughing.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like if I saw a corpse, I'd be more like
not wanting to go near it.
I'd be like, okay, opposite way. But I've never seen a corpse before, so I don't know. Anyway, obviously it's very bad. It's disrespectful to the country. We know Japan in general has very high suicide rates. Yep. Probably some of the highest in the world. I don't know if it's the highest, but and it's like, so yeah, you would probably expect to find a corpse in some kind of capacity in a forest like that with a high suicide rate, but the fact that he recorded it, put it on YouTube, and YouTube allowed it too.
And YouTube prominently featured it on their trending tab.
The thing is, when I first heard about it, I was like, so he uploaded the video, but he blurred out the body, because anytime they uploaded pictures of it, the body was blurred out. But then people were telling me, no, it was uncensored.
Yeah, it was just the face. He had the body in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Just not the face.
It's really horrible that he'd do something like that. It's disrespectful to that person's, if he has a family. It's disrespectful to his family, disrespectful to the person. It's I mean, that wasn't just the end of it. That was probably the end of it. But beforehand, he was. I don't know if it was the same trip, right, where he was going around Japan just being an absolute muppet.
He was putting fish on taxis. He was throwing pokeballs at police officers.
Yeah.
He was being generally insulting towards the Japanese,
It's horrible. You shouldn't go to a different country and act like that.
And it doesn't present a nice image to the rest of the world, because Japan is a very closed-off country. Like, it's mostly Japan and Japan. What they get from the outside is people traveling to see Japan from the outside. So here we have Logan Paul, white American, walks into Japan and is like, oh, I'm gonna treat people like crap. Like, it's not a nice image to present, and it doesn't reflect well on YouTubers, and it doesn't reflect well on internationally for people from international countries on Japan. So
and the thing is, he starts saying like, we got to be respectful to the country before he does the whole thing, and then he goes around just being a muppet, throwing Game Boys.
Literally seconds afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite strange.
It's crazy how you can be like so full of yourself like that.
What do you think, Reuben?
I think I agree with Nezar on most of his points. I think that the whole thing is just a complete mess and just so ridiculous. It's hard to believe that someone actually did that. But I would say like there's some people defending him, saying yes, he's a savage, but also some people I remember saying that, oh yeah, humor is a way of dealing with trauma. But the way he went about this was it felt like a parody.
It was cold.
It was so cold.
It was calculated and cold.
It was so calculated and cold. It didn't feel real. It felt like, I was watching a
sketch show on a dead body.
Like a gallows humor comedy show of like what vloggers would be in the future. Like,
stood right next to the dead body, said what? Started sniffing his nose. Like, what? You never see the dead body before? And then starts laughing. It's callous and cold.
It's so callous and cold. It feels like a parody. It feels like I'm not actually watching. I'm not in the real world anymore. It feels like a parody. It feels like 2018 is going to be a parody year where everything is so exaggerated and taken out of proportion, or so ridiculous that it becomes unbelievable, or damn right just disrespectful. I don't know, disrespecting. There.
You got there in the end.
Yeah.
What about you, boy, Matt?
Well, the way I see it is, the most aggravating part about it is he's going to come out of this mostly fine. He's obviously YouTube have like cut ties with he had a YouTube Red series coming, didn't he?
Yep.
That's been cancelled and stuff like that. But he's going to come out of it fine. He's still going to get the views.
Yep.
And he's still probably going to get the monetization because that's how it works. But that's mostly because his fan base is very young. Because of course he was on the Disney Channel, wasn't he, for a bit?
That was his brother.
No, they both were.
Oh, they both were?
I think they both had contracts with Disney.
Oh.
Because he appeals to young kids, and by appealing to young kids like that, he's doing stuff like throwing Pokeballs at police cars and like taking stereotypes that Westerners have about Japan and like expanding on them in Japan itself. And it's silly, but it's aggravating that he's going to be fine. And I defended him for so long. It's really aggravating, and that is personally really aggravating for me because, of course, when you hear about the Pauls, you hear more about Jake.
Yeah.
Because he's younger, he's less of a public nuisance. No, Jake is more of a public nuisance. But then now Logan's gone and done this, and it's just he's
overdone his brother.
Yeah, he was on the way to becoming like a respectable, a somewhat respectable YouTuber. But no. It's just gone there again.
Logan Paul, to me, I honestly believe he has sociopathic tendencies because I don't feel like he cares. He's done things before to his fans where he's like fake shot himself in the head, like he had someone shoot him in the head from behind and the blood splatter on the window, and the fans are just like, oh my god. And he, even in his apology video, I just feel like it's not, because he did 2 apologies. The first one was a text where he said, "Oh, it was irresponsible. I shouldn't have done this." But
he's very self-congratulatory.
Be strong. I'll change my ways. Hashtag Logang for life. That was his first response. Instantly shattered. Comes back with a second response where he seems a bit more apologetic about it, but I don't get any sense of apology from him. What I'm getting from is he's apologetic because he was caught, not because he's actually
sorry that you guys got offended, but not because I did something wrong.
Yeah.
I agree.
And his father's come to defend him as well. His father's calling everyone who's called out Logan Paul haters. So according to Logan Paul's father, we are haters, even though there is a generic reason for us to be worried here.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. The fact is that what I'm worried about is the people who are supporting him. Like, obviously, they're younger people. But, how can they justify this?
He's a savage. He's a maverick.
But what does that,
Man walks into a forest, he's a savage, isn't it?
He's a savage, but if he's a... Like
they lose nothing by supporting.
They don't-
Because they're
yeah,
saying they
that's
lose nothing.
true.
They have a
It's-
free pass in society to do
Yeah.
and say
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Oh, no,
It's
absolutely.
also mob mentality, you know.
Yeah.
True, but like what I mean, I'm more interested in what they're thinking. Like obviously, yes, it's mob mentality, and yes, they're probably just conforming because like, oh, everyone likes Jake Paul.
It's
so I
because
like
he's
Jake Paul.
edgy.
He's edgy, but like
It's because
when
it's
you see
also
like something so like what. Obviously, because you say the younger generation. What does that say about the people who are below us in terms of age? Like if they're so willing to go, oh yeah, he went to saw a suicide, that's savage. Where we go, where like most of us would go like, oh yeah, this is actually really offensive and insensitive.
There'll be a point in about a few years' time where they'll look back at their Facebook statuses and their Twitter and their Instagrams and say, that's actually cringeworthy.
Probably, yeah. That's what I'm hoping.
It's not just people now, is it? It's like when KSI first got big, like it was so many rape jokes, and it's not funny. But when you of course, when you're like 12 years old and you're an idiot, you think, oh, that's hilarious.
In
This is actually
2012
really
and
funny.
11, when those KSI jokes were just like, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
But now you look back at him, it's like you
it's
can
so
understand
poor taste.
why. You can understand why he like took those videos off his
Yeah,
channel
why he's buried
because
it.
it was very desensitive.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I forgot the point I was going to say. I had this one point and then we changed topic for a second. My mentality. Keep going. It'll come back to me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Logan. What do you think about YouTube's response to this situation? So far, what YouTube's done is they've removed him from Google Preferred, which means that he's not in the top 5% of YouTubers who can get advertising directly. Like Google pushes certain YouTube channels to be advertised. So Logan Paul is no longer a part of that. Logan Paul's YouTube Red series, his own series, and the one that he was taking part in has been cancelled, which is similar to Scare PewDiePie, to what happened with PewDiePie when he made anti-Semitic comments. But I want to ask you, peeps, do you think that was enough?
No,
No.
it wasn't. It
No.
wasn't enough.
No.
He should be terminated full out.
Because he broke the terms of service.
He should be terminated.
he
Not
gen-
not
he-
get rid of his channel, just straight up.
Mate,
terminate
somebody
him.
just go up to him. No,
Yeah,
it wasn't like
terminate
that.
channel.
the thing I got from this is YouTube didn't terminate him. So what's the point of the terms of service? Because the terms of service are there that if you break the terms of service, you will
You're
be
done.
terminated.
Look at a channel which I'm not very fond of myself. It's a very old channel. Does anyone know Dark Side Phil?
Yep. Well, I
Yeah.
don't watch his stuff, but I
No.
know.
Yeah. But remember, he was making anti-Semitic jokes back in, when he used to be on Machinima or whatever, and that was it. YouTube wiped their hands of it and was like, "You'll never be with us again." So you had to go to obviously a different. It's like, why can't that happen to
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul? Yeah,
Because he brings in so much money.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's because the state that YouTube's in at the minute. Like, they need people like that, don't they? They need the big names. Same reason why they like people like Keemstar will never go away, because like the YouTube needs them more than they need YouTube at the minute.
But Keemstar cleaned his act up. The thing is, Logan Paul and Jake Paul haven't cleaned their act up. They're still nauseous little douchebags
Well, yeah, but
with disrespect for their own community and disrespect for other people in general.
yeah, that's true.
And even though we've called out, like for example, we've called out Jake Paul several times on YouTube, he keeps being douchebaggery.
And he sticks around. That's the thing.
He's
He still has
probably
staying power.
it's probably just seen where he just grew up. He's never had anyone tell him what's wrong or anything like that. He just went off and lived his life like this entitled person that he is.
You can see that as well, because
Yeah.
the parents are very supportive of what they do. The
Yeah.
dad is supporting Logan 100% through this. He's not saying what you did is wrong. He's just saying he'll be back stronger.
Was he a child star?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He's a
started
child
out-
star. That probably
started out on
explains a
Disney.
lot
Yeah,
of it.
because it tends to be that.
It tends to be that,
mentality,
yeah,
They go off
exactly.
the rails or something.
Yeah, I mean,
It's sad. It really is sad to see what the current state of what YouTube is, going through right now. It's got to the point where even Google is now stepping in. So before it was YouTube controlling everything, but now Google's stepping in, saying that they're going to be addressing it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this probably means that there's going to be more censorship for
Yeah.
other people. And we all know how Google is in regards to censorship, in regards to censoring certain view types or certain perspectives. So, again, this is just it's not looking good for YouTube.
Perpetuated. Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
That yellow sign, that yellow demonetization sign, is going to make a very strong comeback.
It's like-
An
it's like-
Apocalypse 3.0.
Apocalypse
So
3.0.
YouTube Rewind should have been like Logan and Jake Paul just stood there for 10 minutes while
Dishing out
while the little yellow symbol spins around.
like a fidget spinner.
Oh my god, they're making a fidget spinner. Oh no.
There you go.
that's funny.
That's the real YouTube Rewind
There you go.
2018.
Yeah, ouch. Yowie.
So
It's a horrible situation.
So Nezar argues that we should terminate Jake Paul. What do you think there, Rubicon?
What, terminate Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Very, very quick and smooth.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Like,
Who would advocate otherwise, honestly?
well, his,
his
His fans would. They'd
Yeah,
be
his
like,
fans
keep
are-
him around, keep him around.
Okay, this was the point I was going to bring up earlier about the fans too, because I remembered finally. I was like, a lot of them probably say because they're on the internet. Get one of them here. Are they going to say it to your face and justify it? No.
They have
No.
people have honestly yes.
Why?
Because children have uploaded videos. There was
Really?
there was
No, they'll upload videos on the internet.
there was a kid, a genuine Asian kid, who said, "I'm from Asia, so I'm allowed to speak on this matter." He was like South Asian.
I'm allowed
kid.
to speak for all of Asia.
Exactly, and he said like we shouldn't be criticizing Jake Paul because he's a maverick. Genuinely, kids are uploading videos saying that we shouldn't be able to criticize Jake Paul.
They're going to regret that
it's
like
still-
2
Of course
years
they are.
down the line.
Of course they
so
are. I can't
badly.
wait for their comeuppance when
I
they're trying to
can't
apply
wait.
for a
It's
job
like-
and that thing's on
It's
the
like,
internet.
have you ever been down like been down like when Timeline first came out on Facebook and you went and you looked back through all the old years and you deleted all the
of-
stuff you wrote and it's like
Hey, that's why I didn't get
can't.
Facebook until 2016 because I.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like,
I privated everything, and I'm probably going to delete my Facebook eventually as well.
yeah.
So
Well, it's pretty much a dead platform now.
you
Anyway, so-
can't follow what I do now.
it's unfortunate because everything's attached to Facebook.
Yeah.
Everything that we do at university is attached to Facebook.
Yeah,
that's another
true,
thing.
but
That's
I-
another
And
thing
it
to
gets
comment
and it gets to the point where it starts getting psychic, and it scares me.
True,
It
but
does. It affects your mentality. It really does.
Yeah, like for instance, what was that one time on Facebook? I hadn't said where I was studying, anything like that, or where I was going. In fact, I never used Facebook at the college I was attending. Yet what happened was that it actually and I didn't. My friends. I didn't actually add any of the friends from college, but it tried to pair me with them without any without any me inputting any stuff into my phone.
what do you mean, like
Any
friend
knowledge.
requests and stuff?
Yeah, like they're saying, "Oh, here's a suggested friend from your
No,
college."
yeah, no. My Facebook does it too, and it's
It's
like
so scary.
people you haven't talked to in secondary school. It's like if
start
I
creating
don't,
groups,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna add them.
Yeah.
And then they. I mean, this is a them problem. They start trying to add you, and you're like, no,
Nah.
we weren't friends in secondary school, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like when I left secondary school, I think there's maybe like 10 people that I'm still friends with on Facebook. I don't care what anyone there is doing.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
But it's
Yeah.
scary though. It is really scary. Even the ones that you do know, and how Facebook just promotes this idea of presenting the best of yourself, and how, you're looking optimal, and how that affects your mentality. It's terrible. Like I said to myself at the beginning of 2015, I'm going to refuse using Facebook unless it's necessary, because I do not want to look at the best of other people and end up feeling worse off about myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go out and
I don't
say,
think
"Oh,
you should think like that, mate.
well, when you
self-conscious.
yeah, well, I'm self-conscious. Of course
Yeah.
I am. I am
Oh,
self-conscious.
no, you're very self-conscious.
Yeah. So if that's
How
what,
about you don't?
but that's why I stopped using it, because it helps me build my self-confidence.
Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, to be fair, it's easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only use it for when you need it.
yeah.
Only use it for the memes.
It's
Yeah,
like,
literally, I only use it for memes
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, legit.
I mean, if people just look at my posts on Facebook, it's like, what is this mentality of this guy?
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's fantastic. Optimal mentality. it's just
I
like,
went
it's just like
because like
it
last
just
year
doesn't
when I
care.
first got Facebook, you can look back at some of my stuff, semi-serious kind of posts,
Yeah, you did
and
have
now
some
it's
semi-
just like, oh, what?
Loud
180
memes,
ironic,
loud
loud memes, yeah.
It's magic.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
So there's just no point being serious on
No.
Facebook. There's no point trying to attempt serious discussion on Facebook.
No, yeah.
There really isn't. And that's why I'm not getting into the whole like, I had a bad day kind of thing, that people
because you
post.
had a bad day.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you had a bad day, you shouldn't be posting about it on Facebook, especially if you're not going to tell people about it, but then tell people you had a bad day specifically.
And then
Yeah,
they ask
it's
what's happened. It's like, I don't want to talk about it. Well,
like-
why'd you post it?
Why do you do this? But yeah.
Right.
Oh, sheesh. We went off track there.
No, it's all relative.
But it's good though.
Yeah, it
I
all
feel-
comes back. It all revolves around Logan Paul.
It all revolves around him being pushed, his videos being pushed on a
I
platform.
think it all revolves around how cancerous the internet is as a way of bringing people together. I mean, there are obviously benefits to it, but like, it just brings out the worst in humanity, doesn't it?
Talking about
All
how
this
cancerous
stuff.
the internet is, job applications.
Oh, don't. Just don't.
Because me and Matt are third years, we're looking for jobs and graduate schemes now. And I tell you, to anyone who's listening, looking for graduate schemes, it's like looking into the deepest, darkest paths of like everything.
I have given up.
It's terrible because there's no form of human connection anymore. There's no interview. Like, you have to work to get to the interview stage, but there's no like genuine sense of connection with people. Now it's just like, oh, fill out this form, upload your CV, write your CV for us now, even though you uploaded it, and then we're going to come back to you in about maybe 4 months if we actually have anything to say about you. But they never do.
Right, story time. Graduate schemes. I think it was either Lidl or Aldi. One of them required me to upload the CV, the other one didn't, so I started with the one that didn't. And online tests are a big part of graduate schemes. Now, this online test, there was like 26 questions, and in each question you were given 4 options on how best you would describe yourself. All 4 of the options that they gave you were good. There were positive things that you'd say about a person. So I tried to answer as truthfully as I possibly could, like knowing that everything here, like all these ways, like every option they're giving me is a positive thing. So finished the online test, spent about 45 minutes on it, just put some proper thought into this. Got to the end, you click submit, and on that spot it was like, oh, sorry, you failed, try again in 12 months. I'm like,
12 months?
Yeah,
it
legit.
sucks the soul out of you. It genuinely does.
It does sound, yeah.
It's the devil.
It's not fun in the slightest.
So
it doesn't sound it. They need to make a way to make that more convenient.
I miss the old ways because in secondary school, or not in A level. At A level, what I did was me and a friend of mine printed out 5 CVs, like 5 of our CVs, walked into Westfield and started handing them out. But none of the shops were like, no, you have to do it online. Because we thought you could still go to a shop, say, here's my CV, what do you think? Would you be interested in employing me? They're like, no, do it online. And even if you do it online, then you're never going to hear back from them, because to them, you're just a digit. You're not a personality. You're just a number.
Well, the whole point of all the barriers between you applying and you getting the job, it's not it's only like the last one. It's only like the interview that is anything to do with finding out what you're like as a person. The rest of them are just ways of narrowing down numbers.
It's not about being human anymore. It's more like
about what you bring to the company.
It's like it's more like fashioning a piece of machinery. That's what.
But they'll present it like that they're like a big people company.
Yeah, no,
people are important to us.
That's why we ask you. That's why we ask you to do it online.
Is that
That's
capitalism?
why we ask to do it online where we get a machine to test your skills.
Yeah. Capitalism is incompatible with humanity. Well, let's get the
controversial.
No, it's the truth. Okay, right.
So,
moving on to the second story of the week. So, what's the second big thing that's happened?
That's a good question.
Oh, really? I thought you said it.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know.
The Virgin
yeah, that's it.
Oh, is it me? Oh, let's go.
I did forget what it was.
Story time,
so,
part 2.
Story maker.
Right, so I read in the news earlier this week, that Virgin Trains is no longer going to be stockpiling the Daily Mail on its East Coast service, I think it was, or it was West Coast service. It already didn't stockpile the Daily Mail on the other side of the country.
West Coast, innit?
I can't remember which way around it was. They cited 2 reasons for that. Number one is that they only sold 1 copy of the Daily Mail per 4 trains, and the second one was it didn't fit in with the company's branding. Of course, people like the usual Farages and that have gone off on one saying it's an attack on freedom of speech, but that's a ridiculous argument, and I want to open this up, see what everyone else here thinks about that.
Oh, I mean, like, if you want to buy the Daily Mail, just stop off at W.H. Smith beforehand. Like, just don't buy at the train. Just before you go, just buy it, like, convenience stores. Like,
there you go, Nigel. There's advice from Reuben.
If you're walking towards a train station, you might like stop, see a store, see a newsagent, just go and buy it.
I just want to read the Daily Mail.
Just and while you're there, just grab a little drink.
Hey,
grab a little drinky.
Apparently, they've got a banging crossword, so I don't know.
And this whole thing comes back to freedom of. Is it freedom of speech or is it freedom of?
That's freedom of speech.
Right.
That's what people are kicking off about.
Okay, freedom of speech versus a whole sort of private industry thing. It even relates back to the whole Logan Paul story. Freedom of speech is that thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, back onto the train thing. So, again, here we have a bunch of people saying this is impeaching on our freedom because we want to read this, and Virgin Media saying no, we're a private company. We genuinely don't have to do what you want. We don't. It's our company. We own the company. We own the things. What is your opinion on this?
Like that's freedom of speech in a nutshell, isn't it? People misunderstand what it is or what freedom of speech means. They think it means everyone has to be open to saying everything or hearing everything. Private companies can choose to stockpile and sell whatever they want. If it doesn't agree with their company branding, then I'm sorry, you can go buy it somewhere else.
You know what that reminds me of recently? That whole coolest monkey in the jungle thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
HML
that's a good
thing.
one. Yeah.
Do you guys know about this?
No.
So HML put out H&M. H&M. Yeah, that's it. Put out a bunch of clothing fashion styles, and one of them was a jumper. And on that jumper, it had the coolest monkey in the jungle. Now, unfortunately, the model for this jumper was a young black kid. And the internet...
so stupid. Like, why would you do this?
And the backlash was real.
Wait a minute. Who are you saying are stupid?
Like,
Which one?
Well, who do you think are stupid? The people who are complaining that the fact that who are complaining about the fact that there's a black kid in a coolest monkey in the jungle jumper, or the H&M for putting a black kid in the coolest monkey in the jungle jumper.
There's two sides to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right? Am I going insane?
The mother said the mother of the child said calm down. Like, this isn't a problem. So you're making a problem out of something. that isn't a
so we're
problem.
blaming the people, right?
No,
who are you blaming?
Or H&M. Which one are we blaming?
Well, who are you? Which one are you blaming?
They both did a.
We're trying to have a debate, but no one knows which side they're on.
No, but the thing is, like, I think you guys are trying to make it obvious. Like, yeah, this is dumb, and I'm like, who am I? They both did something
It's dumb
wrong.
on both
Yeah,
sides.
that's what I would say.
It's an extreme lack of tact by H&M to put.
Yeah.
How many child models did you use? Oh no, we'll put the black one in the one that calls him a monkey. Smart. But then at the same time, if like. There's a lot of people getting offended on other people's behalves.
It doesn't help by the fact that all of the people on the board of internationals, the one who supervised that sort of photo shoot, are white people.
Exactly, yeah. So it's just it doesn't look good. But at the same time, if you're a black person who has a problem with this, you are free to have a problem with that. Like you are justified in having a problem with that. The problem is too many people who it doesn't offend because it doesn't affect them, who are getting offended on behalf of black people who aren't offended themselves.
That's the internet, not show, mate.
Yeah, it's like
get offended about everything.
It's like everyone needs to handle this a little bit better.
For me personally, it's like you probably wasn't a good idea. Obviously, people are going to look too deep into that, but I don't know. Are we going to exempt all black people from wearing any T-shirts with monkeys on them now? Because that's considered race. I don't know. It's a tough thing to talk about.
I mean, she chose to do it, didn't she? She probably knew.
She was fine with her son. She was fine with her son wearing the clothing and doing the photo shoot.
And the son was
the son was a kid who was okay with it.
But if we're going by the logic of the internet, black people can't wear anything that has a monkey on it. By that logic,
if the people doing it are okay with it and don't see a problem with it should be right. But at the same time, some people will take it offensively, and yes, those who are legitimately allowed, legitimately have a reason for it. Yeah, they have the freedom to do, the freedom to raise it as an issue. But I don't know.
It's that one's weird to talk.
Yeah,
it's a failure on both accounts.
It really was.
HML needed to take more precaution in ensuring that they didn't kind of cross
like, Fritz,
anyone.
as the only black person here, how do you feel about it? Because I feel like we could talk about it for a long time, but like our experience is different to yours. So
I don't care. I'm okay. I can understand that there was a mishap. I can understand that that it would be that some people would see it as an issue. But me personally, it's a piece of clothing. I'm not interested in buying it. I don't care who the model's for it. It could be a white person, an Asian person, a black person, a trans person, whatever. It's a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
It's like, would there be as much backlash if it was a white kid wearing it and the jumper said the coolest glass of milk in the fridge?
No, nobody would have drawn attention to that.
No,
everyone would be like, all right. Cool.
It's generally just a company trying to sell a piece of fabric that I'm not interested in anyway. I don't want it. I don't want to wear that. So why do I care? Why do I find a problem with this?
I can't believe that blew up. That's kind of why I'm
did.
shocked.
And there, what is it, like musicians such as The Weeknd, whoever that is? I had never heard of him before.
I know
The Weeknd.
Is he the one that made a song about getting beat up by his woman?
I don't
like
know.
He can't feel his face when he's with you.
Yeah, that's not about getting beaten up though, you muppet. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
No, it's not about.
He can't feel his face when he's with you, but he likes it. He's clearly into domestic violence.
No, that's not what it's about.
What's it about?
It's more about like being with her is such a cool time. It's like being on drugs.
What?
That's a dumb way to
That's a
describe it.
really
Well, yeah,
dumb
that-
way to put it.
I'll put it out there, pop music for everyone.
When I heard, I thought it was a song about domestic violence,
Yes.
like reverse
No.
beatings,
What do you mean reverse beating?
or just
Beatings.
beatings.
I can't
Yeah,
feel
just
my
beatings.
face anymore. What do you think happened?
Too much crack.
Either that or he had a stroke. Wow.
Wow.
He should really put.
Okay.
He should really sort that song out.
What is happening right
But
now?
that musician,
I mean,
yeah,
like
been a pretty
most
controversial
songs
episode.
nowadays
What is
are
it?
just beyond like most songs nowadays are just like lyrically like
just not necessary.
I'm so disinterested. It's like whatever.
Well, you should listen to my underground song nobody's heard of. It's
no,
pretty good.
no.
Is
Is that me?
No.
I'm
Oh,
getting
shit.
a Snapchat from Chloe, so I
What do you
feel
mean,
like
is that
I've said
you?
something
No, because
that
I'm like,
shouldn't.
You'd be more like,
I'm dissing
Yeah,
the
no,
mainstream, my dude.
I'm being the underground.
Oh yeah, sheesh. I mean, yeah, underground stuff. There's all sorts of stuff.
There's gonna be
too.
good stuff. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like
both-
I
both-
hate it when I make that comment and then
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Well, I mean, you just don't listen to it." It's like, well,
Yeah.
clearly I'm not talking about that, am I?
Yeah, yeah,
Talking about top of the charts.
yeah. Because like the top 40s.
I mean, everyone has
my dude.
personal preference, but like,
I don't.
like I think there were only two like top of the chart songs that I liked last year, and that was like Rockstar by Post Malone and
Oh, yeah, that was
Human by Rag and Bone Man. They were the only
Oh,
two ones I
yeah.
actually.
Didn't Man's Not Hot make it into the
Wait,
top
here-
40s?
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an absolute tune, but like, I mean like once you
Wait,
made the
wait.
ones that made it to the top.
I just count as a meme, so it's like I
Wait,
can't. It doesn't
wait,
count.
Which one was Rockstar? Hey, I want to be a rockstar. That.
No,
No.
That's,
Okay. That's
I
what
mean, if they got
wondering.
back on, I'd be
I was like,
surprised.
what is that back?
no, it's
No.
another one by Post Malone.
The guy
It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's
I
a-
recommend it.
Tune.
Should we put it on after in the?
I
We'll
mean,
put it on.
might
for
as
good-
well. Might as well.
As long as you got the censored version, yes.
If it's
Yeah.
still around, we might put it on.
It's because like on New Year's Eve, like, they were playing like all the number one songs from the year on some music channel, and of course Rockstar was one of them. Literally, they only played half the song,
'Cause
and they
it's
bleeped
censored.
out, and the half of the song they played, they bleeped out probably like a third of the words. It was a very strange experience.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Right, yeah, I want to say right. Back on something. Freedom of speech. Right, let's
Yeah,
get back to
sorry.
the
Freedom of
Virgin
speech.
Train. Let's get back to
Yeah.
the Virgin Train.
What do you think? Is the train okay to do this, or should the people
Go
have
on
their
your
way?
phone.
Does the Daily Mail have an app?
I thought you were telling Fritz to do it, and I was like,
No,
Fritz, go on
no,
your phone.
go,
right
no.
now.
I mean, like people, like, because they say, "Oh yeah, we want to buy it." Like, dude, just go on your phone. You can get Daily Mail on your phone. I think you could do that.
We can
You
open
can
up.
get the Guardian. Why not the Daily Mail?
They're not the same paper.
Well, I mean, it's true, but like, just go on your phone. It's
Solution. Just don't read the Daily Mail. It's awful.
fine. I mean, like,
That is your subjective
that's
opinion
an
before we
opinion,
get
yeah.
shut down
that's
for
that's your opinion. That's fair.
propagating.
Oh, you forgot to
That's
say
not
that in
me,
the
and
beginning.
it's shut down.
What?
That none of the things stated on this show reflect. I
Ruben,
just-
this has probably been like the most controversial
Yeah.
episode to do.
Oh my goodness.
It's too late now.
Oh,
Whoopsie,
done.
guys.
it's like Tugs from ETC Party Time.
I
We
think
are
that-
getting shut down.
I think this show genuinely can't go on here. I think we'll just have to upload. This is like YouTube. This can only go on the internet. It can't go. It can't actually be put as
We're
a
gonna get
podcast.
demonetized, but we never earned anything in the beginning.
If we're not back next week,
we all owe money.
if we're not back next week, you know why. It's because
I'm
we've been
sorry,
shut
guys.
because of this show.
They found us.
Well, yeah, we have
I
been
guess-
shut away.
I
Anyway,
gue-
back to the freedom of speech.
Yes.
We keep getting sidetracked. Right.
Yeah.
What is your opinions? What do you think? Matt's like clearly like no. This is a private company. They do what they want.
As I said, just like if it's not supplying it on the train, just go on your phone. Like either go on your phone or buy it somewhere else. Like I presume there's gonna be like points nearby.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a convenience store where you buy your drinky. I buy my drinky from the train station. Or like the corner store nearby it. You just go in there, buy the Daily Mail, go on the train. It's all good time. Or if you can't get there, go on your phone. It's
Nezar?
a good time.
What do you think, Nezar?
Don't read the Daily Mail. That's that.
There's a second part to it where like the young Nigel is accusing Richard Branson of trying to stop Brexit by doing so. And like,
I mean,
just leave
I
it
don't
out.
think Virgin has a power in
What
that.
does the Daily Mail give you besides gossip and all that fake
That's
news?
strange because Nigel Farage just said okay he'd be okay with a second
I know.
Brexit referendum. Anyway,
It's
no Brexit.
Everything is contradictory.
Things we are not talking about this week: Brexit, Trump, and North Korea. Even though all of those things have happened
They're
again,
the biggest. That's why we're pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
we're not mentioning those.
They're really big things at the
Did you
moment,
know
but we
Trump,
can't say anything.
Did you know Trump just got into talks with North Korea on what the situation in Brexit is?
Oh no, I saw.
Oh my goodness,
What?
that's magic.
If that ever did happen, that would be the last radio show ever. We would have to cancel after that because we couldn't talk about anything else to top that.
I mean, we could, but it'd just be anything else. Or we would, but it would be like, yeah, Yeah, I know what you mean.
We've amalgamated
reached
everything.
the pinnacle of human evolution.
Our radio show has been completed.
Wait, so how long do we have until the break?
We have about 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I was just trying to work out if we'd have to force in a third like story or
I think we're just like so freeballing it at this moment in
we
time.
are,
We've so like all over the shop.
This is our most unprofessional episode today.
We did not have a plan when we came in.
Well, I had a plan.
I mean,
but
he had a plan, and then
I
it
had
got thrown out the window
I had
very
Virgin
quickly.
Trains.
I'm a dog chasing cars. Oh
After
no,
that
we do want to
ending
cut it.
amazing Christmas episode we did, this is that, it's just not as good, man.
No,
That was our
it's
swan
good.
song.
A swan song.
That was our magnum opus. That
Yeah.
episode.
A delicious
It's like
magnum
when
opus.
The Simpsons gets renewed for another season. That's our.
It's beyond season 10.
We're not even in the chill section yet, and this has already become the chill section.
Yeah.
What
We
has
can do a
happened?
reverse. We can make the second half really.
We can blame it on exam stress, even though like 2 of us here aren't doing exams.
Half of us don't have exams.
Yeah, half of us are not doing exams.
The second half would have been even more chill. So I feel like we should talk about like private, like not private, like personal stuff. Like,
Talk about private lives.
about being
Talk about our privates.
What?
No, I mean about being
Okay,
back
no,
for like
this is our
exams
worst.
and that.
Okay, yeah,
This
you said this is the most unprofessional. Yeah, we just hit it. We just hit it.
I
Yeah.
can't believe
We
it.
got there. We
Zero
got
out
there.
of 10 would not listen again.
More like 2 jelly beans instead of like
Listen
10
to that,
Tic-Tacs.
listeners. You're finding us out for who we really are.
It's all coming out now. 2018 is the year when we finally let go of all of our inhibitions. We go all out.
The
don't
inhibitors
need-
are disabled.
I can no longer
Full power engage.
I can no longer milk my involvement in this show on my CV.
You can milk episode 1 to like 5 and then stop there.
Yeah, just say 1 to 5.
And just pretend you were in it.
I was only in 2 of them.
Oh my god, where am I? Reuben is actually Matt's name is Reuben.
We can verify it too. We can be like, yeah, he's in it. He's there.
Yeah, he's right here.
You don't hear him, but he's sitting in the
He's the
background. listening
researcher.
in. Yeah, he's in the background listening into the show.
He gave us knowledge.
Knowledge.
You know what? Like more than this radio show,
What?
knowledge.
Oh god.
I showed you
My
the way.
days.
Yeah, he showed me the way.
We swear we'll clean up our act by next week.
Yes, we will.
We will be 100%.
We will be back better than.
What about net neutrality? We haven't talked about that. We can talk about the chill section.
It's gone.
We
There you
did
go.
talk about.
No, we talked about the
We
before.
didn't talk about the
we didn't
results.
talk about the results.
What
that means for the
it's
future.
been.
It was done in December, wasn't it?
but it's still not gone through court yet.
No.
Well, the
But there's
FCC
no-
voted 3-2 on it.
Yeah, but there's no final thing until it goes to court.
When's the
And-
court?
I don't know.
No, it's not even court. Nothing can be done until the FCC actually put it in force.
I guess the FCC won't let me be. Let
I
me
was
be. So
I was just about to say that. I was going through my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the rather infrequent, incoherent.
We just invited Slim Shady into the room.
Eminem, how you doing?
I'm good.
Eminem, why did your music get worse when you got off drugs?
Oh, stop!
Wow.
Oh gosh.
I lack creativity.
I'm gonna put out a poll. Like, who's the most controversial out of all 4 of us?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the show.
That's a hard. It's definitely not you,
Why not me?
because you don't say anything controversial. Like
Excuse me, I just lambasted H&M for like 3
No,
years.
no, Fritz gets kind of politically controversial.
That's because I'm a student of that
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
have to
like a bad
lay
thing.
into
it's good.
Michael Gove.
It's a good thing
Yeah.
because it means creates more debates.
No, but you don't get it. Like comparing the us of yesteryear to us of now, it was like we were so neutral at the beginning. Now we're very
no.
open about all our political
It's
beliefs.
because we realized that nothing matters anymore.
And it's plus, like,
2018.
I'm glad I came in at this stage, because there's no way I could have been like neutral on anything. It's just not my
we
character.
need a Tory to balance it out, man.
I mean, can we not?
I mean,
Would that be okay?
where was?
Why is that your advice? We need a Tory
No,
to
we
balance
need
us
the
out.
previous one of the
Because we
previous
all just
hosts.
agree with each other.
Because Josh, your previous host, Josh.
Well, yeah, we might invite him back.
Yeah,
but he's on placement. But if he is back,
look,
we'll do a
the
show
thing
with him.
is, we all agree with each other. That's why we need a Tory.
Well, we
on
don't.
it.
No, we don't all agree each other because there's certain things like food that we don't agree on, especially
Not
Nezar.
That's not important. Though.
It is important to me, boy.
It's not political,
Doesn't need to be. Food can be political.
but like, Yeah, there's politics of food, obviously, in terms of legality of
Fishing can be political, who can fish in whose seas.
Oh, no,
my God,
also
right.
the illegal trade of what was it, songbirds in Cyprus? I think it was something like that.
Are you, what?
This fishing thing now. That's right. Every Thursday night we get to Wetherspoons, do the pub quiz. Like Nezar and Reuben will be joining the team next week for the first time. We're gonna kill it.
So if you're around Wetherspoons on Thursday next week, that's where to go.
No, don't do it.
That's where to go or to stay away.
Right.
Run.
Essentially, yeah. But I go in there, and on the beer mats, they're like very pro-Brexit. Oh, fish! Like these are taking the EU is taking fish out of our waters. I'm like, I don't need that on my pub. I'm like, can you not?
Oh yeah, no. When I went to the pub as well, they had like lots of propaganda on the coasters.
I wouldn't even want Remain propaganda. I'm like, just leave it out. I want to come here, answer some questions, and drink like 7 pints of
Remain
Guinness.
propaganda would probably be something like everyone who voted Leave is a giant racist.
Well, it's changed now, isn't it? It was racist. Now it's just fake news, isn't it? Or was what?
I mean, the racism thing was a bit of a dumb thing to say people wanted to vote for Leave for, that they're all racist. Calm down.
Not talking about Brexit.
Yeah.
And
You're already there. Yeah.
Well,
that's
I feel like at this point we're literally filling in 3 minutes until we can justifiably.
Should we just take a break now and come back later?
No, come on, no, it's alright, we've got 3, we can do some it.
You sure about this?
Yeah, I'm going to quickly go on BBC News and save the episode.
No, what were we talking about? But we actually had it, it was net neutrality, wasn't it?
Oh, we were going to talk about that. We would save it for after.
Save it for after?
Because that's something we're all interested in, isn't it? Still,
Yeah.
like last time
It
it was...
sounds a bit serious over the second half.
It's a little bit serious.
I just want to talk
we could talk about...
And you're saying that as...
Ajit. We could talk about him and his videos he made.
You're saying it's a bit too serious for the first half, like the first half was actually serious to begin with.
It started serious.
It started, and then it descended into Hades. Several layers of Hades.
Yeah, but
My favourite place.
I still want the second half to be more like
It's
chilled.
going to be chill, don't worry. It's going to be chill. I don't know how it can be more chill than we've already done so far. I love how we've now suddenly just become talking about the show.
I've got the solution.
Which
you
is
want
what?
something more chill than what we've been talking about so far?
Freeze the room.
Yes, but in terms of subject matter,
Uh-oh.
debate the memes.
Oh, can we?
You asked for more chill. You're getting it here first, folks.
Ugandan knuckles.
In the second half...
What a
ladies
way
and-
to start the year. What a way to start the year. This is a good start.
We're getting cancelled.
In the second half, ladies and gentlemen, we will be discussing the memes of 2008.
I've never listened to
we're
this
gonna-
tea time talk
we're
show,
gonna-
but I'll give this one my very first one. Let
can
me get my
discuss it.
opinions on it.
I'll give you. I'll take discussing it. Like debating, probably not so much because I don't want to. Because I feel.
Don't get too serious.
I feel like we'll all agree that Ugandan knuckles is the best one.
Reuben and Nezar get the boxing gloves.
Well, it was fun running the show while it lasted.
What?
Because we're debating.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun running.
I love to imagine this is someone's first episode.
This is probably someone's first episode.
I know, like-
Someone is probably sitting in their car listening into this right now and thinking, what is going on?
I'm so sorry.
I am very also sorry.
I would suggest to them to read the original first 5 episodes.
Read?
Yeah.
There are transcripts out there
Someone, no. There isn't.
from our most dedicated fans.
Me? I'm joking, no. No, but yeah, no. Listen to the first 5 episodes.
Listen to the first couple of it, and
then that's the general tone.
And
this
even-
tone is like,
we're all like really hyped up from coming back. That's probably what's going on.
And
right
there's
now.
so much. No, see, here's the thing. There's so much we're avoiding right now.
Yeah.
There are 3 topics we're avoiding,
What's
and that's
that?
probably
You know the
Trump,
three.
Oh yeah,
North
yeah.
Korea, and Brexit.
I mean,
we just can't talk about
there
them.
would be a pretty
Well, not
good
Brexit,
North Korea South Korea Olympics thing.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
there? That'd be really chill to talk
they're
about.
talking
That'd be
about
chill
getting back together, aren't they? No, not getting back together as in the
Well, like-
unification of Korea, but like
I'll be like, whoa.
North Korea might send a team to South Korea
for the Olympics.
which is massive, but like we're not talking about
Yeah.
North Korea, so let's avoid this very legitimate news story and fill it with what we've been doing instead.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta do it. Right. We're gonna take a. I don't even know. We'll have it there. We'll probably take a break now.
Yeah.
You all agree to that?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Take a break, and then we'll be back for the second half. So we will see you then.
Let's go. This is
LCR. Loughborough Campus Radio.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome indeed. So, welcome to the second half of the show after our rather controversial first half. We must be so lucky that we barely have any listeners to be cancelled. But welcome. So, what we do in the second half of the show is that we talk about things that are more interesting towards us. You've probably already heard aspects of that during the first half, but now we are actually going on it 100%. If you want to engage in the conversation, you are more than welcome to use the hashtag on Twitter, hashtag LCRTTTalk, and then we will read out your comment anonymously.
We'll be posting a poll of us four, and you can rank us from best to worst.
You can do that as well.
Oh my god.
Are we actually doing that?
Why not? You came up with it, so why not?
I do that out of curiosity.
So that'll be on the Twitter wall. We'll also do that on the Facebook page, because we have a Facebook page as well. It's called Tea Time Talk. Search it up and like it if you are interested.
Keep like it.
We will post stuff on there, like radio shows, and Reuben is threatening you to do it.
I'm not doing nothing.
Anyway, so
put down that gun, Reuben.
I don't got a gun. I got my watch because it's time to start.
It's a very heavy watch, so he could potentially knock someone unconscious with that. Anyway, second half. What about
into the news? Sorry.
out?
Special guest Keemstar is on. Hey Keemstar, how you
Hey,
going?
guys.
Dollar in the woods.
Hey guys.
Keemstar.
So what do we got? We got Eminem and Keemstar.
Oh my god.
What's happening in the second half? What's the chill? So we were going to discuss the memes of 2018. As you guys
boy.
wanted to. I can't believe this is an actual thing. This is where the show has come to.
This is how memes die.
We started like.
I mean, he's not wrong.
We started the show like in 2016 or 17 with beautiful run through where we were all just calm and normal. And 2018 we crashed and burned quicker than the Titanic did. What is it? What is it? Go on, Nezar. What's the meme of the year?
That's okay.
No, Matt. What do you got?
Well, what have I got on my phone right now? Well, I support I support the football club Doncaster Rovers, and for professional football matches, they have match day mascots, which are essentially little kids who get to go out on the pitch and meet some of the players and stuff. I'm currently looking at one from today's game, who on the back of his shirt says the word Nazi.
It's number 26.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah, number 26.
Which is actually Jamie Coppinger's number. So I'm a bit worried as to why the word Nazi is on the back of his shirt. I hope this is like faked, but it doesn't look it. But anyway, yeah, sorry.
Oh dear.
I get off Facebook everywhere.
Right. So Nezar, what's your meme of the year so far?
Let me make the cases for each one. All right, here it comes.
Go for it.
In I guess we're gonna go back from December 2017. I guess we're gonna
late December.
Late December. Okay. So in order. Not from best to worst, I'm just naming these. So we got Ben Swallow. That's our first one.
I don't understand why that's a meme.
No, that meme was last year.
It's late December because
it's still going.
Because it came from.
Let's give the context. In Star Wars: The Last Jedi, which is not a very good film.
It's amazing. Don't listen to it.
Again, subjective opinions, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that, please.
There's a scene where Kylo Ren takes off his shirt and his body is like the most... It doesn't look real. That's the thing. He's got a tiny head on top of this swole body. His pecs are like make up all of it, like one half here, and it's like it just doesn't look real. And everyone's memed it. Everyone's put fake pictures on it. Oh look, it's
Ben Swallow.
It's Ben Swallow.
Extra fan service.
Funny.
It's pretty funny because it doesn't look real. I think I'd say he's got a very tiny head.
And when he's wearing clothes, it looks really thin as well. It looks like a beanpole.
Yes.
But he takes himself off and all of a sudden it's like man's been hitting gym.
Yes.
So
Next,
meme number one.
That was meme number one. Okay. Vote for your favorite meme. Number two, I guess, would be. What came chronologically is Uganda Knuckles next.
No,
Logan Paul is next. We've discussed that though.
We don't need to go back over that.
Yeah, we discussed that. We don't have to go back. Yeah, that became a meme. Then okay, so bring up. Tell me about the tripods because I'm not.
Okay, the Tide Pods. Basically,
Tide Pods,
how it worked is that there was they released these new type of Tide Pods, which are different colors, basically different.
They are detergent.
They're detergents, yeah.
Understand what it is.
But a few people, some kids, initially thought that they were sweets because the packaging of the thing looks like a jar of sweets, and the actual things themselves apparently look quite appetizing to eat. I personally don't believe that, but I looked at them and I'm thinking, nah, that doesn't look delicious. Who in their right mind doesn't? I think that's a joke. But what happened is that so the kids some kids tried to eat them. They were really violently ill because it's quite toxic
It's
in
a
comparison.
detergent, so you're not supposed to.
No, but
eat it.
even more even in relation to normal ones, this was even worse.
Right.
This was like This is like quite really extremely harmful. So people obviously it became it kind of got memeified a little bit because it was released on the news, and then actual adults had begun to eat these as well, and so the meme grew further from that, and now you have all these Tide Pod memes, and they also called the forbidden food. Which is pathetic.
Could I mention another meme that's going on? The anthropomorphism of everything. Everything is drawn into like a Chan or a Kun.
Oh yeah,
Sun Chan, Earth Chan.
That's a bit more niche because it's mainly reserved for the anime community, but that is worth mentioning because Earth Chan is probably my last clinging hope to humanity. And then when Earth Chan became a thing, I was like, all right, thanks.
And then Sun Chan and Jupiter Chan and every other Chan.
And 0 girlfriends.
Wow.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Sorry,
Wow.
that was unbelievably salty.
Wow.
He's not wrong.
No, he ain't. He ain't wrong in the
He
slightest.
ain't wrong.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, so the Earth Chan's worth mentioning. Don't touch my spaghetti.
I'm gonna
Oh
time
my
out.
god, yes.
I'm timing out.
Somebody touching my spaghetti. It's amazing.
How is that a better meme?
I'm not ranking
so-
them. I'm
it's-
listing them.
It makes
Oh, okay.
no
And
sense.
then
I'm talking to Matt.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. And then I'll
funny.
list you my favorite.
there we go. Continue.
Don't touch my spaghetti. It's this really weirdly old cartoon where this family, is it bears?
Bears, yeah.
and they come in and they're like, "Who touched my spaghetti?" It's just weird.
It's not even spaghetti. It's like somebody touching my spaghetti. It's like what? It's like
It's like, who made this? It's really weird, and maybe a little bit racist, but let's just ignore that. Finally,
the best one.
Uganda Knuckles. Originally,
not do we?
Yeah.
originally drawn by the YouTuber Gregzilla. Somebody took the clip of him going, "Oh no," and they put the suicide song on it.
They also
And then they started-
There's a song from MASH, which is a really old TV show about film and TV show about the North, the Korean conflict.
Yeah.
Like during the time when America was assisting during that conflict, and MASH is basically following the story of the medical part of the war. But during one of the scenes, a person is committing suicide by taking a pill, and the song plays.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite a sad song, but the song
That
is
was
also
its-
slightly
that was its-
hilarious.
That was his second realm into popularity, and then
Yeah.
somebody, I don't know who this person is, but they need a Nobel Award prize.
Nobel Peace.
Yeah, they
prize for-
pay.
Let us not become Logan Paul and make fun of this, okay?
No,
they
we're not.
just say he starts impersonating this character from this movie. I forgot what it was.
I think it was a Wakaliwood film.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's-
who killed Captain Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly
he's just going on Knuckles, and he's like, "You do not know D-Way."
He's like, you do not know.
Yeah, and then a game called VR Chat, you may have heard of it, took the avatars, got in cliques and groups, and started harassing others.
Right, listen, explain VR chat to people because a lot of people won't know what it is.
Okay, so basically it's a virtual. So using virtual reality, they created a chat room which allows users to use VR whilst also communicating on a multiplayer server. So they can talk, they can emote, play games, play mini games, have weird avatars.
Harass people.
Harass
I guess
people.
so. Yes, they
Flamethrower
can do
people.
that theoretically.
Yes.
So
it's become a big meme.
it's become quite because it shows kind of the weirdness in people, I would say, the very weird side of people, and as a result it has the Ugandan Knuckles meme has thrived on this on this server.
I
On
love
this
how civil
thing.
we're being about this. Like when we're discussing memes, we're suddenly so civilized.
It's a
I mean,
serious subject.
I'm trying to be civilized about this, but it's hard to. It's really hard. It's basically just thrived within the VR community, and people love it.
So,
Now we're all gonna choose our favorite.
choose your favorite memes. Go.
Okay, well, in order of spiciness, I'd say my least favorite was definitely the Earth Chan one, because that one definitely that physically hurt me. My second least favorite one would be Logan Paul, of course. We've talked about that. The Tide Pods, because I just don't get it. Like, as a what? Next would be Don't Touch My Spaghetti. Definitely a more recent one, a bit of a baby one, but I'm going to put that in there. It's got a good future ahead of it. And number one is Uganda Knuckles, man. You just can't beat it.
No.
That's going to be the meme of the year, calling it now.
It's like what's good about it is like the human race has come up with this technology where you can
Interact with each other.
anywhere in the world in virtual reality as if it's reality in front of you. And what do? People take a character model from Sonic, put on an African accent, like a slightly racist African accent,
Yeah.
and they group
Yes.
together, asking people if there's like, what is the Queen? Like that. And it's just
Yeah.
it's mad. It's like this is what humanity has done. And I'm like, you know what?
It's like we are the
meme.
project of several hundred thousands of years of amalgamation of natural selection of humanity is the best.
Yeah, and concentration of data and information and knowledge.
And concentration, like we've strived so hard to be able to build a place where everyone in the world can communicate with each other through some means of another. We have finally achieved a method of utilizing virtual reality to connect to each other, and we get that, and one of the first things we do is we descend it back into humans during the Stone Age. We take Knuckles, a character, we create groups of people fighting against each other, or not necessarily fighting, but going against each other, seeking a queen. We've basically narrowed it down to the basics of humanity.
Yes.
I mean,
Very cool.
it is.
We are the most advanced and the most reclusive we've ever been.
It's a funny meme though.
I mean, it's obviously because it's due to the fact that VR is still in its infancy. Like, I wouldn't buy it personally because it's, it's
Seems
so-
like a bit of a gimmick.
It's a gimmick at the moment in time. I think it will grow, but I don't think it'll be that quick.
Costs a bit too much for me.
It costs exactly. It's too much money.
If it grows, I don't know.
And
I don't see it growing.
It's similar to like the early days. I wouldn't say the early days of the internet. Probably not. It's like when people are first finding out what you can and can't do. People are going to get controversial because they're pushing boundaries.
Look,
it's bad.
The thing
I mean,
about
it's,
VR for me personally is I don't see it as I think it's better in theory than it is in like execution, because I think a lot of people go, oh, it'd be great if we were in the game and all that. It's like, I don't know, I don't see a lot of game developers dedicated to that kind of thing and that being the future of gaming.
Yeah, no, I
That's just
don't.
my opinion though.
Yeah, no, it's too expensive. It's unless you make your game free, you're not going to buy the VR, then buy. I mean, obviously people do buy PCs, which are slightly more expensive, but then this is PC and the VR,
Yeah.
which is to get a computer that can run it is extremely pricey.
Should the poll ask who's the most controversial or who's the best host of the radio show?
Do both.
Do both.
So two different polls.
Yeah, because you could have
Yeah.
the best and the most controversial,
Okay.
because they really get the questions, or it could be the opposite. We've wanted to find out what people
Ranking
measure.
hotness. That's
Well, they don't know.
That's not happening.
They're
We're
not-
not ranking
is
who's
You
the
can't
most,
because they don't know our faces.
who's
Unless,
the
of course, they're
hottest
personal.
host.
Is this on Twitter?
No, this is on Facebook. I'll put a Twitter one
I
later.
look forward to 0 people responding to this.
Oh yeah, the Facebook one will definitely have like 1 response, but the Twitter one will have 0.
That'll be me voting for me.
Anyway, right, Reuben, what is your favorite meme so far?
In
Well,
order of spiciness.
In order of so should I go reverse order like Nezar, or should I just start off?
I mean, it'd be
top-
different. Go from best to worst.
Best to worst. So okay, best one is I would say it's the Ugandan Knuckles one because it's
Good choice.
It's just
We all have very unique opinions.
it's just like it's so different and out
Maybe we
there.
need a conservative to edge it out a bit more.
I would say that I would say Ugandan Knuckles because it's just so random. It's literally Knuckles with a Ugandan accent.
Yeah. And then
The second one would be I don't like the Tide Pods. I was going to say Tide Pods, but no, I think the touch of my spaghetti
Yes,
is quite good because it
good
reminds me
choice.
of
Very cool.
an earlier meme by my good friend Nezar.
Which one?
Last year, lots of spaghetti.
Lots of spaghetti.
Yeah, my
Oh
friend-
yeah,
I remember that.
forgot about that.
Yeah, you did.
I made a meme. I'll send
before
you guys
this
a-
one became a thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically,
You were
chronologically,
You were
that
ahead of
one-
your time.
Chronologically, that did come out first.
Oh, true.
It just didn't rise to
1940s.
Oh,
popularity.
Yeah,
until-
yeah, that's true. I would say the third one would be
Ben Swallow.
Ben Swallow. Yeah, definitely. I find it funny, but it's not that amazing.
So that's
Then
now
it's
we've cut
still-
off from the funny memes. Now you're going on to the ones you dislike.
The one I dislike, the Tide Pod one, is like I just don't really care for it, and the Chan and Logan Paul, I could put jointly. I despise them both
Yes.
equally,
Yes.
but different reasons.
not very spicy.
They're not. Well, first of all, they're not very spicy, but second of all, they're just like one's just like. Why have you done this? In fact, both of them, why have you done this?
With a serious,
Both of them are why have you done
with
this?
a serious face. One, they're not very spicy. Okay, Matt. In order of least to most spicy.
Least
go.
to most.
Oh wow, we're doing it.
Well, I don't really understand the Earth Chant one because like the only time I've ever been exposed to that is by what Nezar shares on Facebook and stuff and what he tags people in.
Oh yeah,
So I don't really understand it. So yeah, obviously at least it's Logan Paul. It's not even a meme. It's just it's a sad existence.
Well, I mean, would you
Yeah.
not say like posting his picture in like movies with corpses and
Yeah.
that's the meme?
yeah, I
Not- not-
can't remember as I saw
I
it.
don't think-
Posting videos with corpses in it is a meme.
I guess so.
Then
That really hurt. Yeah, that's why I despise it. Yeah.
we want to
that
go
kind of-
after that Ben Swallow because I feel like it's.
Oh,
there's
Ben
not-
Swallow's
there's-
pretty low.
There's not a whole lot you can do with it. I like it. It's funny. But there's not a whole lot you can do with it. Then Tide Pods, I like them. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I just think it's when people start taking it seriously. Like, you see,
Oh
like, see
yeah,
people
when they
on
start actually eating it.
yeah, see people on YouTube like, oh, everyone's eating. It's like, no, they're not. You know they're not. You think you're trying to be funny for views. You know,
Yeah.
you're a muppet. Obviously, then somebody touching my spaghetti. Great.
Yeah, this
Why isn't the eye on the end of spaghetti? I don't know. But and then
this is how it should be done.
top of the pile, obviously Ugandan knuckles, because it's like I said, it's amazing what humanity has created when it comes together, and it's a creation of quite a cool community thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because people are really coming together over it in such a random way. And
I mean, like, yeah.
and it's not like they're talking about Uganda in a derogatory way or anything like that. It's not. As long as it's not offensive to Uganda or Ugandans, which I don't think it is.
No, I think
No.
Black Hollywood has actively promoted this.
Yeah,
meme.
what is that?
Huh?
What is it?
That's what
That's-
Hollywood is the people behind the film, who killed Captain Alex.
Yeah,
Which is
who-
where
but
the quote come from.
Yeah, but
Which is what
where
In Uganda.
In Uganda, so there you go then.
They-
That's-
Did you
actively
see the tweet by Kotaku where it was like, let's have a positive 2008, and then somebody responded, I'm gonna screenshot this for when you shoot yourself in the foot and go completely against this. And then the next thing Kotaku posts are, let's talk about the controversial Ugandan knuckles meme.
So as long as there is support for it,
Yeah.
within Uganda, then I feel like it's home and dry.
It brings races together,
Yeah, like
I'd say,
Yeah.
and families.
like it's.
I don't know about that last one. No, that last one, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think
question
so.
that
If
one.
really don't think
I went home to my dad and went, "Do you not do it?" He'd be like, "Get out of my house. I don't know what you mean."
My dad would look at me strange and then be like, okay. No, I don't know the
He'd be like, "Why haven't you got a job yet? Stop being disappointing."
way. He'd just say, do you know the way? And it's like, yeah, out of this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of this house.
Actually, my dad wouldn't be like that. Or
And then
he'd
you-
just ignore me.
And then
It
you
would,
dab
like,
on
get
those
a-
haters.
Dab on the haters.
Okay, Fritz, your turn.
From what to what?
Best to worst.
Yeah, you have to do best to worst. That's the
Okay,
order.
best to worst. So best one, because story time, my dad was actually around me when I found the Ugandan knuckles meme. So imagine having an actual African parent when you come back from holiday and you're like, oh dad, let me just see what's happened, because I was away from the meme them for like a whole week or two. Come back, open up my laptop, go into Reddit, sees this like Ugandan knuckles thing, scrolls down to it. My dad is sitting right next to me, like he's listening to some political thing going on. And then I play the video. It's just a bunch of people going Do you know the way? Where is our queen?
I don't like the clicking.
The
bit
clicking.
I don't like the clicking either. But then my mother,
That's
my
least
dad,
favourite part.
my dad looks over at me, looks at my computer, sees all these like red little munchkins running around the screen shouting, "Do you know the way of the devil?" And then he just looks towards me with like the most disappointing face I've seen on my dad. Like, really, really, what is wrong with you, my child? Do you know these people and why are you friends with them?
Do you know the way?
God, stop. So because of that, and because it genuinely made me laugh when I came back, that has to be the first one. That has to be the best one. What are some of the other ones again? What are some?
Ben Swallow,
Right.
Logan Paul,
Okay.
Tide Pods,
Right.
and
Earth-chan.
Earth-chan.
I'm actually going to put Earth-chan at second to best.
Oh!
Because I'm actually one of the people that are involved in that subculture. Like, I actually find it funny that they keep anthropomorphizing everything. I find it funny to see what they come up with next, and why they always use intricate details, like the color of a certain thing is the color of a certain type of clothing. So I would put that as second to best. That's something I enjoyed just watching.
Hello, Satan.
Wow.
There was also somebody which I must forget.
That's going close to the bottom because I don't get it.
How
What?
dare
Which one?
you?
Which one?
I don't get it either, but it's funny.
Which one? What?
That.
Don't touch my spaghetti.
Wait, what else is it? Ben Swallow and that are my bottom ones. Because I'd put Logan Paul above that because of the fact that I can actually discuss Logan Paul's. I like discussing his stupidity.
Wow, we don't.
I guess I know who's going to be the most controversial in the polls. I'm sorry, man, but you-
Well,
I take
again,
back what I said earlier about him not being controversial.
again, it's,
We don't need to invite a Tory. We got him right here, guys.
wait, what? That doesn't make sense with memes.
What?
It's
No, we just wanted the controversy. That's all.
Oh,
That's why I
okay.
wanted to invite a Tory. on.
Oh, I see.
again, I just.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's. Wow. Yeah, it's. I knew my viewpoints were going to be different because I'm not in that cult. I'm not in that sort of.
Yeah,
group.
that's fine. That's fine.
I don't walk
No.
around saying somebody touching my spaghetti because I don't get it. It's not funny to me.
I do.
I
Matt
do.
loves
I
it.
particularly love the JoJo version of it.
And see, this is another reason why I probably won't get it. JoJo.
I mean, it's not all of it. It's just there's a JoJo
So,
version of it, which
Again,
is really
that
good.
Tide Pods would be probably below Logan Paul.
Yeah, Tide
Yeah,
Pods.
Tide Pods. I think we
Because
can all
why
agree.
are you dumb? Why are
Wait,
you
no,
who's
Matt
dumb
liked it,
enough to
right?
try and put the things?
Yeah,
You
Matt
know
made
it's
crap.
dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we all the only thing we really all agree on is Uganda Knuckles is best and Tide Pods are near the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And
And
Logan
Logan Paul. Logan Paul's
Logan
actually the bottom
Paul's
for us.
because it's like because it's so serious. Because it is a serious issue.
How have we managed to spend so much time talking about memes? I don't get
It's
it.
a serious
We
discussion.
do it all the time.
What else could we have talked
Because
about?
we are sad individuals.
The best kind of sad individuals.
Exactly.
The best kind.
We are like we're a wolf pack like in The Hangover.
No.
I haven't watched Hangover.
None of
You've
us.
never watched The Hangover.
1 is fine. 2 and 3.
yeah,
I can
just watch
do
the first one. The
without.
first one, oh, it's so funny.
Okay.
It was on over Christmas and I hadn't seen it in about 3 or 4 years.
The thing is,
died
2 and
again.
3 is just let's do
The
Hangover
same- the
1
exact same
again.
joke.
It's like okay.
It's like Transformers,
Yeah, exactly.
except the first one's good.
Disclaimer: the first Transformers is not good.
No,
The first
it's
Transformers
really
is a classic.
No, it's really not for
It's
it.
It
terrible.
does fine. It gives you what you want.
No, I
Gigantic
mean, I'd
robots
agree with
and
you.
a good level Optimus Prime
Hold on.
before they turned him into an Americanized douchebag.
I'd agree with you on that. I'd agree with you on that. I think it does everything it needs to do. I
Yeah.
just don't. I mean, objectively, it's not a good film.
I like watching that film because it was
I mean,
before
fair.
Shia LaBeouf went crazy.
I guess
I'm-
I can understand the
It
liking
was like
for
it was still even Stevens Shia LaBeouf, so it's all good.
I've realized that I'm now the most controversial person because
Modern
I don't
Shia
agree with any of the things that you guys are
LaBeouf,
saying.
but modern
No,
modern
No,
Shia
I
LaBeouf
haven't
is
disagreed with you.
modern Shia LaBeouf is best Shia LaBeouf though.
I love him. I think he's amazing.
What you mean? He will not divide us. Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf.
and the
No.
one where they're talking the song about Shia LaBeouf and he's in the audience clapping.
Yeah.
At the end.
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
And he's right behind you.
Wait, he isn't
Yeah,
dead.
exactly.
Shia LaBeouf.
There's a gun to your head and nothing in his eyes.
He's gone like full ironic. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, except that he will not.
Didn't he
divide us, though.
Didn't he get arrested for getting really cross about French fries?
Yes,
or,
he did.
or chips. He just wanted some chips.
Yes.
I just want some French fries.
All I've seen from him in the past few years is just him screaming about one thing or another, whether it's
He's a weird guy.
yeah, whether it's been about just do it or he will not divide us.
Oh, the thing is, just do it.
Where's
though.
my French
Just
fries?
do it. That was part of
The project.
Yeah, I think it was. It was a British. It was University of Brighton or something like that, wasn't it?
Was
Where
it?
it was
Love it.
a film class where their task was to create a short script, and then the Shia LaBeouf agreed to have them sent to him, and then he would interpret them into short videos, and the best one that came from that was the Just Do It one.
Just do it.
I
Yeah.
do miss that one. That was a good one. And then
Nobody at my college got it. Like,
Really?
Yeah, except me. I was like the only one that was like, "Hey, just do it, Shia LaBeouf," and they were like, "What? Who?" And I was like,
I can't imagine being in a community where that wasn't.
"Yeah," and I was
Yes.
like, "You don't know Shia LaBeouf?" And he was like, "No."
Who's Shia?
Actual criminal. Not actual criminal, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Shia the
Actual
beef.
Cannibal Shia
Which is the
LaBeouf.
song. He's not an actual cannibal. We can put it out there for everyone.
He's not.
Well,
actually
he does
cannibal.
eat the beef. Shia LaBeouf. He does eat the beef. Right. To wrap it up.
Yeah.
Human. What?
To wrap it up, how was your holidays? Like, what do you get up to during your holidays?
Good joke.
Wow.
I just played
who wants to
games.
start? Okay.
That's what you did. Just played games.
I didn't have exams to study for, so you know.
Okay, he's now the most controversial because everyone who heard that is coming after you now.
Ruben doesn't either.
Shit!
At least Reuben can defend himself.
Well, I couldn't do any work because I was in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that's true.
I was in Sri Lanka, living life.
Being ill,
Being ill?
Arranging his life.
eating that Britannia fried chicken.
No. I was about to eat a Reuben sandwich, but I failed.
What's a Reuben sandwich?
A
No, actually, don't.
A Reuben sandwich is basically a sandwich with pastrami. Sometimes it's sauerkraut, but preferred pickled cabbage is pretty good. But sauerkraut is salted. I'm just killing Fritz. Sorry, man. But then it's also Russian sauce.
Yeah.
And it's like rye bread usually served on.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty good, to be fair.
Well, over Christmas, as I said, I just played games, and any time I wasn't at home, I was going out with my friends, and that's it.
Yeah,
Nice.
friends.
Yeah, I've loads.
Wow.
After the roasting I've been receiving from him today, I get a little one shot.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because, I mean, look at my Facebook. You can fucking see I have loads. So.
Look at my Facebook. I don't have any friends either.
Either. Oh dear.
Reuben, what did you do? Okay, so Reuben was in Sri Lanka. Matt, what did you do? You were.
I was hanging out with friends that don't exist, apparently. Matt, what were you doing?
So no one
I
told
was,
you life was going to be this way, eh?
This way. I was with Amber a lot, so I was like pinging back and forth between her house and my house, and went to Derbyshire in the countryside for a couple of nights. That was nice. Went to a couple of football games. Yeah. Dissertation work, dissertation report.
Oh, don't remind me.
Sounds boring, dude.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
To be fair,
sounds great, dude.
To be fair, I wrote the chapter of my dissertation before we left, like in the last week when I had nothing to do.
Yeah, he did.
Which Fritz hates because he left because he didn't do his until he got back.
Yeah.
Fritz was a busy man.
So now he's giving me like devil.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm chill. I am chilling like McGillen right now.
Literally, like he's got his feet on the table.
I said
No, I
Fritz
don't.
was a busy man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is currently.
Oh,
My Christmas was I spent Christmas alone actually.
someone's
hold
getting a
on.
text, isn't it?
You were here for Christmas.
Yeah, I was in the UK for Christmas. Spent Christmas alone, but spent New Year's with familia, and it was good. Spent it.
Hey
yeah.
man, Christmas is just a commercial holiday. Now.
It is. It's just capitalism.
I maintain that
Okay.
if you told me.
I wasn't saying that, but
you go into that way. I'm sorry, man.
Is that I maintain if you told me beforehand that you're gonna be on your own, I'd be like, yo, you could come up to ours. I mean, I wouldn't have been there in the morning, but you could like chill with like my dad and my sister and that.
So you're gonna leave me with your family as
Yeah.
you are not there.
Chill with Andy.
hey, Dad, what do you think of my friend? Oh dear.
Remind us from where you're from again. Like where in the UK you're from.
Oh, right, so I thought you were like being my dad then asking us if he was asking you that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
no,
that,
he will
I thought that too.
He
That's
will
what I said, that's
probably
what
be
you said.
asking where he
So
will
what are you
probably.
saying about my dad? I'm from Doncaster area.
What's the ratio of ethnic minorities in Doncaster?
Oh, it's not good.
There
Oh
we-
no, to be fair, black people it's not good. There are quite a few Asians, but like it's. Oh, I just hit myself in the head. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of black people.
Yeah, I think that would be
It's
quite an
literally,
experience.
it's Brexit land. That's where the highest proportion of votes for Brexit were. So
And Matt suggested I should go there for Christmas.
Is it safe?
yeah,
Not
safe.
for me, it isn't.
It's safe. Sure, it's safe for you. It's fine. Just because there's not a lot of dead doesn't mean it's unsafe here. It means that like there's no reason to be there. It's not a city.
What is it?
It's a town.
It's an island.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
It's England.
it is
island
a
in
rock.
the middle of
It's
the
an
ocean.
island.
It's an island you have to swim to.
It's an island.
Yeah,
It's,
it's like a-
its city is England.
It's like
When he said he had to go between his girlfriend's house, he meant he had to swim there back and forth. It's a terrible time.
Matt is the only one out of us that actually has a girlfriend.
Yep.
Fiance.
Fiance, even better. Burn it. Just that's it.
Matt, you're officially kicked out of this podcast.
Matt is officially the highest standing member of this podcast.
Yeah.
That's a joke 'cause I'm the shortest.
Reuben,
the
how do you
tallest.
feel about that comment that he's higher standing because he's in a relationship?
I don't mind.
I didn't make that claim.
If you judge it that way, my friend.
Well,
That would have bothered Trey.
No, there are several methods we can judge who depending on what, like one of us will be in the highest standard compared to others.
In terms of highest person, Reuben is. In terms of height,
Yeah, in terms of height, Reuben is the
I'm
tallest.
probably not number one in anything.
Ruben's a big old guy.
In terms of-
hey,
Maybe.
That's a good meme.
Robbie Rotten?
sorry, Ruby Rotten.
Robbie right?
My ears and the ears of the audience are condolenced.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. I don't know. What's Matt? So Matt's number one in terms of that. Reuben's number one in terms of height. What's Nezar on number one in terms of sarcasm?
Do you think?
Hating Matt Pat.
Hating Matt Pat. Yes.
Maybe. I can't even say the most outspoken about opinions, honestly. I can't even say that.
Why not?
We're all pretty bad for that.
We're all pretty bad for that, except Reuben.
Yeah.
What?
Ruben's like a teddy bear.
Reuben's pretty vanilla when it comes to opinions.
Yeah.
Ruben's probably the easiest one of us to get along with, probably.
Until he runs at you.
Oh yeah, he does that a lot.
I'm probably number one in the most amount of people that dislike me at this university.
Oh no, that's
There we
not
go.
true.
There
No one
we
likes
go.
Fritz.
No, yeah, that's true. No one likes me.
No.
Honestly,
Hey, there's a difference, right? Nobody having an opinion on you and actively disliking you. There you go.
No, it's like.
And I'm not doing this for sympathy. There's a whole society dedicated to not liking me.
Mate,
I'm not going to name drop
after
them,
the
but-
things that Matt has said about me
What?
in lectures, I'm pretty sure there's a group of people
I
actively
got-
disliking me.
Mate, come to pub with me on Wednesday and I'll show you.
Me and Fritz call each other out a lot in lectures for different things.
You didn't call me out. You burnt me.
I was given the opportunity and I took it and I've regretted it.
That's
ever
such
since.
a bad opportunity, though.
It was worth it. I mean, it wasn't worth it.
Worth it,
He
really.
He reminds me. I'm not gonna go into the details of what was said, but I claimed he was something in front of a small lecture group. No one was there.
He
But
claimed I was something in front of the entire. It was a lecture theatre, so that's to give you a specific.
Was there a racist comment?
No,
No.
It was.
It was clearly meant as a joke, and it was made worse by the fact that he so strongly denied it. But he never lets me forget about it now.
Of course, I can't let you forget about it.
It's okay.
Right, I'm saying, what's Fritz the best? What's Fritz the best at then?
Picking up things that never letting things go.
Yeah.
Organization.
Not wanting anyone to ever know where you are. You're very secretive.
The
about,
most on top of his work.
That's not.
That's
true
a
even
lie.
slightly.
Matt's beaten me, Pat.
Matt's on another level.
Oh,
sorry.
Damn.
I tried to do my dissertation report during the holidays. I ended up coming back and spending a good 2 nights in the library writing that thing up.
I did it on the first week of the holiday, so.
I wish I had that mentality to do work as soon as you got it.
Yeah, no.
That'd be so
I
amazing.
realised I work better under pressure though, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
It's like
me too.
I set myself like a time frame of when I'm doing things, and then just I just do it in it.
Yeah.
Because the week
Yeah,
after, the week
It's easier
after,
said than done.
the week
Yeah.
after we all started handing in our coursework, we were all just exhausted and didn't want to do
Yeah.
anything anymore.
I think what I think it's like a crippling sense of guilt if I'm not doing something like productive. Like every day, like since the beginning of the year, I've worked every single day in some capacity, and if I don't do that now, I hate it.
Oh, sheesh.
I feel really bad.
See, that only comes to me towards the end.
Yeah.
I get the last minute merchant
Yeah.
stuff come up, and it's like, you know.
I mean, this year it should be better for me because I only have 4 exams and no coursework, so
That's alright then, isn't it?
it's fine, isn't it?
Right, I guess we'll probably wrap it up there. We're all
Let's
probably
talk about something.
For 5 minutes.
You want to talk about something for 5
Why
minutes?
not? We've been talking about this entire
What do you
time.
think of the decor of this room?
Oh, well, it's a little shade of blue.
Honestly, I don't like the brighter lights.
We can't.
Oh, yeah.
The audience.
The joke is that you can't see the room.
Yeah, the audience can't see.
You
the
can't
room.
really see
Oh,
the
I
room.
thought you were asking.
No, it was a joke.
Well, what do you want to talk about for 5 minutes then, Matt?
Let's all of us rank each other on who we like the most and who we
Fritz,
like the
0
least.
out of 10.
You know, no, listen. I feel like we need to force Nezar to come up with a better thing that he's best at, because like yours was just a bit depressing. You're like, oh, I'm the best at people not liking me. That's
He's
not
the best.
Disliking.
He's
me.
the best at cherishing his family.
He's like, Nezar's just a cool guy in general. Like,
It depends, man. It's with you. I'm fine, but there's
with me personally, not these two.
with these two as well. I'm fine with, but like,
Unless he's
You know,
lost.
you just don't click with certain people, and because I'm not a sort of person that keeps my opinion to myself about somebody, a lot of people dislike me for that.
Nezar's good at being Nezar.
There you go.
Nezar's the only Nezar I know.
Yeah.
Hey, that's something.
He's the only Nezar I know. And
He's not the only
He's the
person with
most
a
legit.
surname that I've ever met, though.
He is the
I've
source
seen
to our
his
flavor
sister
town.
in here.
I'm gonna
That is true.
town.
Here's a good one. He's the best at tagging his sister in memes.
And cat videos.
And cat videos.
No, his YouTube meme game.
Oh,
No,
amazing.
not YouTube. Sorry, Facebook meme game.
It sends me some amazing
Really
stuff
strong.
every single day.
Very, very strong.
So me and Reuben,
I would rate them 10 out of 10.
me and Reuben pride ourselves on our meme like trading ability, but Nezar's is just incredible.
Yeah, his
Well,
Facebook
And follow
one
all
is
the
good.
right pages and pages about thick thighs.
Welcome to the 2017
Wow.
awards for who's best at what. We now have categories as meme, Facebook memer,
So wait a minute,
tallest person.
you've seen me like stuff like memes and tag my sister in memes, but you've never seen me like a thick thigh picture.
Oh,
or anything
yeah.
like that.
I
Yeah,
have.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I have.
Stop.
I'm sorry, but if you're friends with me on Facebook, that's just the kind of stuff you see.
Stop.
Except unless
Hey.
you're Reuben, because he doesn't check his.
There's not wrong with
Wow.
it.
Yeah, it's a
Is it?
preference.
It's like
Thick thighs save lives, dude.
In terms of most triggered,
Oh,
Fritz has now ascended.
Fritz is so easy to trigger. I mean, everyone listening is probably our friends anyway, so they know that Fritz is so easy to trigger.
Excuse me, I'm not easy to trigger. You just assumed that I'm easy
You
to
are
trigger.
so easy. to
I'm a
You're
trigger.
good
kind of a bit.
I'm a good actor. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you are good. You are, but at the same time,
I'm gonna
you
say
are
Matt hasn't
so
triggered
easy.
me since the year begun.
That's not even remotely true.
Well, that's not saying much as well.
He might have triggered me last year.
I'd
but not
hope
this
you
year.
wouldn't get triggered in the first, 1-2 weeks we've been back.
No, I'm fine.
To be
Like
fair,
I told you, I'm relatively chill.
You haven't called me racist, Jen. You normally call me racist for everything I say. Disclaimer to everyone listening: I don't say racist stuff at all. I have no racist feelings.
If he doesn't say racist stuff, then why do I keep calling him racist?
Because you think it's funny to call me racist.
No, it's because he generally says racist.
I don't.
Let's rank ourselves
Don't
in
be saying that. Don't be saying that on the
I
radio.
kid.
Let's rank ourselves in most to least racist.
So let's not do that.
I'm definitely at the bottom, so you can rank you guys however.
No, how about we
Fritz
don't
is the
do
most
that?
racist because reasons.
No one here is actually racist.
Yeah, I feel we should not go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Okay, we can. No, none of us is racist.
we really.
We should have stopped when we had the chance.
Yeah, we should start 5 minutes ago. What have we done today?
So what's the next
Award.
object that's gonna be turned into a girl?
Probably us.
Stop.
What you mean like Earth
Sex
Chan,
change. Sex
Tea
change.
Time Chan?
Tea time Chan, like the legs are Reuben. The stomach is Reuben. The legs are the
That is a monstrosity. I do not want to see.
the upper body is Matt, and then the head is just me.
What are you saying about my upper body, man?
I
What's
don't know.
going on there?
I'm
Like,
saying you're swole.
no, I don't think he's saying that though.
I'm just taking random attributes of everyone and putting it together.
I'm not saying anything, man. Yeah, it's just
What about the
random.
arms?
Cover them,
Yeah, Matt's arms.
That's yeah.
Matt, you got a girlfriend. You don't have to care about your physical well-being.
That's
Beyonce.
very true.
Sorry.
I mean, you don't have to care anyway, but hey,
yeah, exactly.
do as
Whatever.
thou wilt, my dudes.
Only care if people are putting you down about it.
I don't even care. I wouldn't even care if people did that. I've always been pretty happy within myself. So
That's good, my dude.
Yeah.
like,
See, that's an inspiration right there, you know.
Be
I'm
man.
proud there.
Be man.
Don't be me. It's a weird existence.
Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Oh god. Okay, and on that,
You are a pirate.
Bombshell.
not even bomb. On that nuclear atomic device.
On that antimatter device.
That's not the first time you've ended the show like with that phrase. Like every week,
I do end it with that every
He
week.
usually ends it with on that bombshell, but this was too much.
On that heat death of the universe.
on that inevitable.
on the
tear.
radiation bends. We're all definitely going to suffer from this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great.
So we are going to end the show now. If we're not back next week, you probably know why. We've
Yeah.
probably been cancelled.
We're sorry for putting you through this.
We are. We are.
I'm not. But I haven't done much.
I will
No,
say
really
this at the
pretty
end, just so that we know any opinion that is displayed or given is not reflective of the university or the radio station. It is just us.
Tea time will be replaced with dinner
Time.
date.
Dinner date.
Yeah, I did.
Dinner-
Welcome to dinner date.
Dinner date discussion.
Here we are from Elvin Dining Hall. Who's gonna date this Towers Dining Hall student?
No, just a bunch of dates. Like actual
He's
like actual fruit dates.
Describe yourself, Tower student.
Tall.
What a good description. Any takers?
Rich. Rich.
Tweet for any takers.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're ending it there. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening. Sorry for whatever this show has been.
I'm sorry.
But hopefully by
You enjoyed it.
by some universal
I'm
equity,
sorry.
we'll be back next week.
Sorry.
We should be.
Wow, we're all just turning into Logan Pauls now, apologizing for our behavior, aren't we? Anyway, sorry.
I'm still a little bit triggered that you said I was racist when I'm
You're
not.
not racist.
Okay,
okay,
guys, guys.
I said no one here is racist.
After calling me racist.
Oh my gosh, no
Guys.
one here is racist.
No
Let
one
me tell
is.
you that.
I have
Okay.
made some mistakes that I am not proud of.
You have to do the apology side first.
I apologize to the people, to the family, and to the people who view me. Do not defend my
The
actions.
purpose of my content is to entertain.
Not when your name is Logo. Anyway, end it. Okay,
God,
thank
yeah.
God. Right, we will see you hopefully
Like Lord.
next week. What do you want to say?
No, wait. I forgot
Please
what I was going to say.
Final words. There's our final word.
Don't touch my spaghetti.
Oh, Reuben, final word. If you, I swear to goodness.
Thanks for this, guys. This has been a good ride.
Yeah.
Oh no, I might not be back this next week. I'm going home next week.
That's cool.
So
Reuben might not be here next week. We might not be here next week, but you definitely Reuben won't be here next week. So
defo.
Who can we replace Reuben with? What?
Trey.
Wait,
a female.
will you be here next week, Matt?
I don't know what plans with that. I don't know whether I'm going down to Cambridge or she's going up here. So if she's coming up here, then
We
you know
can
what?
go after the
we can
show.
replace Reuben. Next, I can go down on the Friday. We can replace Reuben with Amber.
my
I mean,
dude.
she'd hate that. She doesn't want to.
You've got a job to commit to, man.
All right. Wow.
Wow.
Matt,
Yeah.
final word.
Hopefully see you next week. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
And
There'll be
from-
another Fritz and Nezar show.
It won't be.
Get Trey on it. What's wrong?
Trey doesn't speak.
Okay. I'd say get JP on it.
For the audience at home, that he does speak. It's just
He's
that he doesn't
mute.
want to. He does
But he's awesome.
And
He's awesome though.
I feel
He's-
like Trey's like the other.
Shout out to Trey.
I definitely give
You're a
him,
legend.
Yeah.
You know, on
He's
the
definitely not
because I don't
listening.
like to score off numbers. He's definitely in the great to excellent range.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't even know what to say.
you just need to like compliment Trey a little bit more. I feel like that's a really nice
I haven't
way to end it.
insulted
No,
him.
no, no, no. I'm not saying you have. Right. See, triggered.
No, I'm asking what. I haven't insulted
No,
him.
'cause
Why do I
I'm
need-
just saying all the last words are essentially just saying how good Trey is.
Trey's my. You know, Trey's my boy.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah,
Day
things
one
like
boy.
that.
There you go. Right.
Man, Trey is so